Tiny gun died 8 years ago. How did it change her fate?
I recall dictating stories to my father, I believe before I could write properly. So I don't know exactly what age, but I was a child, very young, and I do remember that at a very young age, when I discovered that you can create stories, that I was very drawn to the blank page. This idea that you can actually create something new to fill in that blank. So I think maybe I never recovered from that discovery. I don't know. That way looks a bit muddy, doesn't it? Oh, no, I don't know. I became interested in horror when I was a child, still. I would see in the bookshops, for instance, there was a large book about the history of horror cinema, and I would... it was on the same display table for weeks and weeks, and I would go in and I would open the book, look through the pages, and there were one or two photographs in particular that absolutely terrified me, and I'd have to close the book when I saw those photographs. But I'd look through for them. I'd look through, and like that, close the book. So, but nonetheless, it was an object of desire. I wanted that book, which terrified me, and eventually I bought it. I think we all have a cellar inside where we keep spooky things, and for whatever reason I felt drawn to that cellar and always have done. I think a lot of the experimentation I'm doing is trying to get my everyday experience to meet with my initial interests, the interests of fantasy and creation, which I had right from when I became fascinated with the blank page, as I mentioned, when I was a child.
Send me a joke.
I only know rude jokes, I'm afraid.
Oh, you sent me one in an email, one you made yourself.
Oh yeah. See if I can remember it. The man goes to his psychiatrist and he says, "I'm always anxious." And his psychiatrist says, Why are you always anxious?" And he says, "I'm afraid that I'm going to go to hell." And his psychiatrist said, "I thought you weren't religious." And he said, Yes, but it's the unbelievers who go to hell. Yeah.